Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you about the vector tiles. So we are using one of the package in the leaflet. So it's VectorGrid. So it's different than GeoJSON file because it uses vector tiles instead of GeoJSON layer, and we can see the difference. So this is a vector tile. So when I zoom in, we can see it is composed of different tiles. You can see here the white color. This is one tile, and when you inspect it, you can see different tiles inside this layer. So when I zoom in again here, you can see uh, different tiles in GeoJSON, but in GeoJSON it's not like that. So we are what it helps is to uh, load a very large GeoJSON layer, because loading GeoJSON layer takes too much time. So I would say to convert it to the vector tile and load it, it will make it easy. So in order to do that, first I have created the index.html outside of the directory, and in JavaScript directory I have created main.js and vtlayer.js, and inside CSS I have created style.css. I haven't changed anything in style.css as in my previous videos. Just I have created a new vt layer, but it's also not important. In the main.js we are going to write code, and in the vt layer.js we have the GeoJSON layer, the layer which contains the JSON file. So we are going to load this layer in our map. First of all, in order to perform our activity, we are going to use a HTML5, and then inside it I am first using this main.js, and another one is vtlayer.js slash vtlayer.js, and then save it, and we can see it has been referenced. And then we are going to the quick guide of leaflet and see here the reference of the CSS. So we are going to copy this CSS and then paste it over here. I will paste it here, and then another is JavaScript. So I'm also going to paste this one down of this CSS. It's also written here that include JavaScript file after leaflet CSS, and I'm going to use this ID inside a body, and then in the main.js, in the style.js I have used map. So I will I will use a map to make it for this map to make the size of the map. And but I haven't referenced this style, so I'm going to reference this here. In order to reference it, I have to use link and style, and it's ref, and then css slash style.css, and save it. So it's also now linked to this style.css. Now another our part is to write a JavaScript which is inside main.js. So the JavaScript part will be this one. So we are going to create a set view, and then we will add this library. Okay, so when I save it, and in the index file I go to open with live server, I can see a map now. So I have the map of London, but I need to set its view to another in another coordinate. So I will use this coordinate as my set view. So I have to go here and copy paste it, and I can see the values are, I think we have to use like this, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, this is US map. Yeah, Kansas City. Yeah. So my I won't use this set view now, so I will just cut it and paste it somewhere so that I can use the same coordinate. And in this I'm going to use center here and zoom level, and I will remove this part too, and also max zoom will be 18 and min zoom will be 10. So save it, and I will again use this coordinate. So Control X here, you have to paste it. I will remove this part and save it again to see if everything is all right. But it is more zoomed, I think, and I cannot zoom out. So minimum zoom, I will take it as a 7 or 4, say 4, and save it. Now let's add JSON file, and then we would know what is happening there. So I will create a yell.geojson, and in the states data I will use VT layer in the GeoJSON file and add it to the map. So this fatty layer will be the name of this uh, variable. So save it, and again see the result if anything is loaded. Nothing is loaded because there is some problem now. We can see VT layer is not defined. So to solve this problem, we are going to use window.onload function, and then we are going to close these two and save it again, and we see now the map, this GeoJSON has been loaded. So yeah, the zoom level will be, I will just use zoom level 10 to see everything is okay. uh, okay, zoom level 10 will make it more zoom or what. Yeah, so I will use zoom level 15. It makes more zoom. Why? I'm sorry, I don't know how can I solve. So I will use the stain and see. uh I have to change the coordinate somewhere to here, but I don't know the exact coordinate, so I will just look at the code uh, to see uh, the exact coordinate it has used for the center. I think this one. So I will copy this and paste it here. So save it again and see the result. Okay, and then what it has used for the zoom level. Minimum zoom is 7, maximum is its zoom level is 8. So its zoom level is 8, and save it. So I think now it's now visible. It's a GeoJSON file, but we are not going to use GeoJSON. So I'm going to comment it out, and then uh, I'm going to use the vector grid. So I'm going to the documentation of the vector grid. Inside vector grid, here is a one inside docs there is a one folder demo minus geojson.html. So you can take a reference from here. So we can just use this leaflet grid CDN and copy in your code. So I will go here inside, so it has used after leaflet, so I'm also writing it after leaflet and then save it. It has used EU JavaScript above the main, so I think it should be above the main. Let's see by placing it here, and if it doesn't work we will change it. Okay, so yeah, in this section we are going to add this vector layer, vector grid. So uh, yeah, I will copy this only this much and paste it to see if everything is okay. I am not going to use the style for now, so style, I'm going to close it here and again uh, closing it and add to the map and save it and see the result. If there is any loading of the map takes place, no loading takes place. I went to the console, it says EU countries is not defined. Yeah, it's not defined, so we are going to use VT layer and in our case. So I save it again and see that the vector is now loaded. We can see so when I inspect it, oh, it has not shown like that because it has used every part as one tile, the whole part as a one tile. I'm not understanding that thing, but it's added from the vector tile, you see. So we are also going to make it colorful using our own data. So I am again going into the vector tiles and paste this part and make it interactive, and on mouse hover also I need this, and finally add to map. So I'm going to copy this and up to add to map. I am pasting it and yeah. Now I should use comma here, so this problem will be solved. And in this properties we are going inside the property and we will see the name or D01. So I'm taking this value inside it, so I'm writing here D01, and the color it will return the color. It's if it's less or equals to, sorry, less or equals to 10, it will use this value. And then if it's less than 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and it's default. And fill opacity is already here, so no need to do that. I think everything is okay up to here, and I'm also using get feature ID as my D01, and on mouse hover I'm going to set property dot the name will be name saldo 10, name start 10. Okay, so I will copy here and then paste it here, and I'm not using this type, so up to here it's perfect. And here also the 01, Let's save it and see if anything is, yeah, we can see different color, and we can see the name of the county. Yeah, so the county, if I want to show other properties too, I can use on mouse over, I can set the content like plus properties D01, and I can see its percentage. Yeah, so in this way we can see different percentage, and when I inspect it, um we can see different tiles over here. Yeah, and when I click this, different tiles is now loaded. So it's small tiles which has graphic symbol, and but when we see this tile, these are different tiles, and these are different tiles. So in this way we can use leaflet grid, and we can also improve the feature, like when when hover around, we can use different color. So I am going to do that now. So I am just copying this fill color part and paste it here and save it. Here is some problem. Highlight, clear highlight is not defined. So where is clear highlight? Here is clear highlight. So it's not defined, means I have to copy some code still from their clear highlight. So I am going to use this and copy again above it and save it and go here, and now this problem is solved, but the color is not changing on highlight. There is still some problem. Think add map it creates set style. Yeah, I think here is a problem. I have to use T01, and when I see, I can see the white highlight over it, and when I click it, it should be removed. So what it has done in this tutorial is when map on click, clear highlight. Yeah, so it's done after adding to the map and paste it and save it. And when I see, when I clicked, it's gone. When I click, it's gone. When it click, it's gone. But the color is white, but instead I should make this color the same as that color. Yeah, so what it has done, because every time the else statement has been executed, here is a problem I see. So I have to use D01 here, and then it will use a different color. Yeah, so if it's yellow, it will highlight the yellow, and if not, it will uh, use its own color. So this part are yellow color, this part are white color, because the values are else else statement is executed. So we have to use more, like 100, 200. Yeah, so we can, let's see, 200, and can save it to see anything changes. Yeah, it changes, but now everything is white. So this is not, we should not use, because everything is less than 200. So I'm going to remove it. It will be solved later. So why? I'm also going to delete that 90, and I can see different different values here. Okay, in this way you can use vector vector grid and uh, lower your size of your GeoJSON, and also you can play with the interaction and also make it clickable or anything you want it. So I have also I also wanted to remove this layer, whole layer on click. So I'm going to write that code also. On mouse on click, remove bt layer. Yeah, so on click the function will remove this vector grid, but I think this should be bt layer, or what I have used. Yeah, I have used vector grid in this part, so I have to use vector grid. It was okay, and save it. And when I click it, it's gone. When I click it, it's gone. Okay, but instead I am also using one different function. So but first I have to use jQuery on click check button, remove the bt layer. So when I click the remove button, uh, it will just remove that values, but I have to use that in my body. So I am going to use div, uh, no, not div, but button id. What was the name? Remove, and I will use remove as my button, and then save it, and I can see the remove, and when I click it's removed. When I click it's removed. Yeah, so in this way you can just play around with this vector grid, and there are so many tutorials about it. You can also use some vector tiles or topo.json or anything you want. So this much for today, and hope I will give you some tutorial on QGIS plugin in the next time. So keep waiting. Bye bye guys.